Have you ever watched a movie and thought, what on earth did I just watch? Well, if you love that feeling, you're in for a treat. Here are 10 stories that defy logic and expectation. Number 1. The Fall. This is an adventure fantasy film released in 2006 and based on an 1891 Bulgarian movie. In 1920s Los Angeles, a hospitalized stuntman befriends a young girl with a broken arm. To entertain her, he weaves an epic tale of heroes, myths, and villains on a distant island. As the story unfolds, imagination and reality begin to blur. Starring Lee Pace, and I've talked about this a year ago, I think, when I was recommending Foundation. This movie is a trip, and it's great if you are into cinematography itself, because it truly explores the art of storytelling and the language of cinematography. So you're not really focusing on people or a plot per se. I mean, yes, there is a main story and we follow it in between these scenes, and in a way it feels as if this movie was older. I mean, even the 2006 movie was older than this. I have not watched the original, the Bulgarian movie, but it has something that Hollywood now has lost, if you know what I mean. Let me know if you watched it, because I don't know anybody who has. Number 2. The Mysterious Benedict Society. This is a mystery adventure series released between 2021 and 2022, and it's based on the children's book by Trenton Lee Stewart. A group of gifted orphans is recruited by an eccentric benefactor for a secret mission. Disguised as students at a mysterious boarding school, they must figure out what is really happening and stop a sinister plan. Their actions could have far-reaching consequences. This has been cancelled, unfortunately, and I think it's more for teens and adults rather than children, despite having children protagonists. And it definitely reminds me of Wes Anderson for the style, but also the peculiar comedy. And it also has something of a series of unfortunate events. Definitely quirky, bizarre, and yeah, I think it's a pity they cancelled it, but I get it that it's not for everybody. Number 3. Landscape with Invisible Hand. This is a sci-fi satire released in 2023 and based on a 2017 novel of the same name. In an alien-occupied Earth, advanced technology and strict rules have left most people struggling and out of work. Two teenagers learn the aliens will pay for human affection, so they live-stream their romance to support their families. Their risky plan works for a while, until unexpected challenges force them to make hard choices. At the end of this movie, I was left a little bit disappointed, but this happened with most of these movies on this list, probably because of their nature being weird and quirky and odd. However, I think this one is worth watching for a very specific thing, and I was even tempted to make a whole video about this one, because first I had no clue this movie even existed and never heard anybody talk about it, but it has one of the most brilliant portrayals of an alien species that doesn't communicate as you would expect, because too many sci-fi shows and movies give for granted the ability of aliens to speak using our phonetics, assuming that they will have a mouth, a tongue, and so on. And that's probably the least alien thing of all. But in here we have aliens that speak with their hands. And so, of course, humans who are trying to learn the language of the aliens seriously struggle because they don't have the correct physiology. There's no way for them to pronounce the same sounds that these aliens can make with their hands. And they're basically scratching their hands to make certain noises and certain words in the end. And it's absolutely fascinating. I mean, it's part of their culture, it's part of their daily routine, because they have to apply certain oils and such, just like, I don't know, we drink water before speaking for a long time, or we have some mint and such, you know? And so I thought it was really neat. And it's a pity in a way that it was in such an odd movie, because I think most people miss this one. And maybe having teenagers as protagonists might be one of the reasons why certain sci-fi lovers miss this. But if you love first contact with aliens, or in this case it's the very first period that they are sharing Earth, I'm pretty sure you will appreciate this one. If anything, for being original or attempting something different. Number 4. Donnie Darko. This is a sci-fi psychological thriller released in 2001. After narrowly surviving a bizarre accident, a troubled teenager is haunted by visions of a man in a large rabbit suit, urging him to commit crimes. In the aftermath, he encounters strange events that blur the line between reality and his inner world. These mysterious happenings force him to face his inner conflicts and question what it means to live. This is traumatizing, and in fact I was tempted to put it in a different video, or in a couple of different videos actually. But I remember watching it when I was pretty young, and of course it was traumatizing because of this damn rabbit, because for the most part you don't understand what's happening, which is why this is perfect if you want to rewatch it and observe all the details that you missed, because, well, you had no clue what was going on for the most part, but it's just brilliant. And if you are too young, you were born after the release of Donnie Darko, you should definitely watch it. Number 5. 9 Days. This is a fantasy drama released in 2020. A reclusive man interviews human souls in a bid for a new life. He questions 5 unborn souls to decide which one deserves existence on Earth. His unusual process will determine which soul is given the chance to be born. Can you imagine if you had to go through this process before being born? This one takes this spot because it's a brilliant idea. I mean, they are not the first to come up with this, but it's still interesting to see this human exploration even before being human. And I remember that at the end of this, I was not baffled, but yeah, as I said, most of these left me a little bit disappointed or not exactly satisfied, because yeah, probably it's meant to be. And so it's worth watching for the experience and especially for the questions that it poses. Number 6. Dark City. This is a tech noir sci-fi released in 1998. A man awakens alone in a strange hotel with no memory of his past, recalling only a wife he cannot remember and a nightmarish realm. He finds himself accused of brutal murders, uncertain if he committed them or if he's losing his mind. In search of his true identity, he uncovers clues that point to a dark underworld ruled by mysterious beings called the Strangers. I literally just watched this movie and I don't know how I missed it. I mean, as I said, I love sci-fi and somehow I missed this one, but it made me think of Severance, The Matrix, of course, and even Pantheon. The concept is definitely intriguing, and I don't know if it's the way it was shot or how dark it is. I mean, it's called Dark City, that makes it so weird to watch, or if it's the writing. Either way, I love Rufus Sewell and I thought he was a good choice for this movie. And let me know if you watched it back then when it came out or recently. What are your opinions on this one? Number 7. The Lobster. This is an absurdist black comedy drama released in 2015. In a dystopian future, singles are confined to a hotel with just 45 days to find a partner. If they fail, they are transformed into an animal of their choosing. The society's harsh rules force everyone to confront the urgent pressure of love or face a bizarre fate. This and the next ones, I'm not sure if I would recommend them, actually. So I just wanted to list them because they are indeed weird, but I didn't really enjoy watching them, let's say. And I've just talked about The Lobster recently in this other video, but it's just terrifying in this absurd, but also in a way hilarious place, and this is the type of dystopia I would never want to live in. Number 8. The Congress. This is a live-action animated science fiction drama released in 2013 based on the 1971 novel The Futurological Congress. An aging actress accepts one last job: preserve her digital likeness for future films. She agrees to let the studio use her image as they see fit, but doesn't fully understand the consequences. Her decision impacts her life in ways she never anticipated. I've talked about The Congress in my Pantheon review. So if you want to see first why there is a connection with Pantheon, and second, after watching it, if you want to hear more about it, do so, but without spoilers. This one was extremely boring. It went on for way too long. I don't know why they decided to make it this way, but the concept was genius. The plot could have been perfect if only they had not dragged the whole story. I didn't like it, and it's a pity. But if you are looking for something truly out of this world and surreal, this is quite perfect actually. Number 9. Dispatches from Elsewhere. This is a drama series released in 2020 and based on the documentary The Institute. 4 ordinary people feeling something is missing in their lives respond to a mysterious flyer and get caught up in a strange game. As they follow a series of bizarre events, they are exposed to a mind-boggling world full of whimsy and wonder. Their journey leads them to a deeper mystery that changes their lives in unexpected ways. This one reminds me of another movie that I have not finished because I wasn't enjoying it, and it's called Strawberry Mansion. But in a way, Dispatches from Elsewhere shares the same premise of Alice in Borderland. You know, the simple fact that these people accept playing this game, not really knowing what they're getting themselves into, but these two don't share anything else actually. And again, I'm not sure if I would recommend you this one because at some point, I don't remember how far in the series, but it felt as if it was about to end. Like the story could have been that. And instead it kept going. And so both the pace and the story itself were a bit off. And I don't know if it's part of the thing, so since it's a weird series, maybe that's why, I don't know. But I was quite disappointed, especially because there were some details in this plot that were quite promising. So yeah, if you are into the premise, maybe give it a go, but just if you don't have anything else on your watch list. Number 10. The Zero Theorem. This is a sci-fi film released in 2013. A reclusive computer genius is hired to prove the Zero Theorem, which suggests the universe ends as nothing, making life meaningless. As he works, his isolated world is disrupted by a seductive woman and a troubled young man. Despite the task, he longs for meaning and struggles with the chaos that enters his life. I definitely hated this movie. I couldn't stand it probably after the first 20 minutes or so. I don't know what's wrong about this one. In a way, the setting reminded me of cyberpunk movies, and especially the parts of those kinds of movies that I hated the most. These were here, and it certainly was weird to watch. And probably I regret watching it. I think I did watch it because of the protagonist, but in the end I was disgusted actually. So if this is your thing, maybe check out a review or two, but this was definitely bizarre. Now that you watched this, check out the video in which I tell you why Apple TV Plus is the best streaming platform this year. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.